It is truly liberating to know that not even religion or religious duties or rituals can save us. I've got good news for you today. If you're constrained and you feel oppressed and you feel like, you're not going to make it on your own and you're not going to get to God and you're not going to become part of the family of God because you forgot to pray or you forgot to give money to the poor or you forgot or wasn't in the mood to read the Bible, I've got good news for you. There's no striving, no human striving that can bring you closer to God if you haven't gone through Jesus Christ first. In Ephesians 2 verse 9 in the Passion Translation, Paul says, and this relates to the previous verse where in verse 8 he says that we are saved by grace through faith. So here he says, so no one will ever be able to boast, for salvation is never a reward for good works or human striving. Salvation cannot be earned by what you and I can do, except if we think our contribution to receive this salvation is simply to take it and to say, I would like to have it. That's the contribution that we can make. That is a simple and the greatest contribution that we can make to this salvation is simply to take it and to apply it and to start to live in it. But we can't make it more complete. We can't boast in our own striving, human strivings, or our rituals, or our good works and say, yeah, but because I have done this, now I'm saved. I've given money to the poor, or I've prayed for an hour every day for the past year, or I go to church on Sundays, or you know what, and then you explain to us what great work, good work you've done, how you've strived, and now you should get salvation. You cannot earn it. It's good news. It's not bad news. All the striving that you've done that you now can get rid of and leave in your past, because you hear this good news that I'm sharing with you here, is actually very good news for you. Because no energy that you can exert, no good work that you can do will make that work of salvation that Jesus did on the cross for you and I more complete. It is so complete. The work that he has done to take that cross and to die for us and to be crucified as a sinner though he was no sinner, that work is complete. And we can celebrate that work and enjoy that work of Jesus Christ on the cross. And we can invite him to become our Savior and do that work of the cross in our hearts as well. So that the work of the cross in our hearts can transform us to get back to our original image. And that image is the image of God. We are created in his image. There's nothing that you and I can do. No amount of money that you and I can give. No amount of hours of prayer that we can give. No amount of hours of studying and reading the Bible will save us. It doesn't matter whether you go to the Wednesday evening cell meetings, home group meetings, prayer meetings, on the Friday nights, Saturday morning prayer meetings, Sunday twice to church, and think that will save you. That will not save you. You can go to church when you have accepted Jesus Christ as your Messiah, and you can learn more about him. And when you pray, you can learn who he is. And when you give, you can learn what his compassion is like. And when you study the Bible, you can learn more about the greatness of who he is. But those things we do to get to know him, not to earn our salvation. You are saved when you accept Jesus Christ. And that salvation doesn't rest on you. You cannot boast that by doing all these things, you are now qualified to become a son or a daughter of God. The only qualification that we have, the only one that can qualify us is Jesus Christ and what He did on the cross and being resurrected from the dead. I want you to rest. I want to bless you with peace. You know, the only place in the Bible that we are encouraged to strive is to strive to enter into His rest. I know it's paradoxical because you cannot strive when you rest. And, you know, when you strive, it's kind of not rest, it's work. Strive to enter into His rest because the salvation and the price for your and my salvation has been paid on that cross. And Jesus sweated blood in the Garden of Gethsemane to take on that cross so that He can die for us in order for us to become God's sons and daughters, to be reunited back to our Father. Jesus became the bridge that we can walk across from where we are now into our Father's heart. Stop striving to earn your salvation. It has already been paid. It's like having R1 million or $1 million or €1 million in the bank. Just go to the bank and draw it. That's the best you can do. Just go to the bank. Just go to Jesus and embrace what He has done for you and enjoy that life, because it's the most beautiful life that you and I can enjoy.